8:13 de la tarde. Good afternoon, Cathie Wood.
Good afternoon, Jose. Very happy to meet you.
Very happy for us. What do you think? Are you worried about the tariff war?
About the tariff war, I believe listening and looking at what President Trump is doing, he is negotiating and using tariffs to negotiate. We thought this was the case, but it became very clear, especially with Canada, as they were starting to retaliate. President Trump's team said, wait a minute, this is not a trade war. We're trying to get some reforms on immigration and drugs. So I think tariffs are a form of negotiation, importantly, for President Trump.
What impact could it have on global markets and in the ARK investment strategy?
Yes, well, we're very excited at how our portfolios have started the year. Actually, since the U.S. election, they've been doing very well. So we're very happy with our partners, Nikko Asset Management, to have the Disruptive Innovation UCITS Fund in the market. So the reason that innovation is starting to take off is three headwinds are turning into tailwinds. The first one was interest rates. The shocking interest rate increases, those are over. The second is the convergence into just a very few stocks, the so-called Mag 6, Magnificent Six stocks. We think that is over too. And we think that the bull market is broadening out now, that we have an administration very favorably disposed to encouraging businesses to innovate and taking down the regulations that have really hurt. And then the third headwind that we think is turning into a tailwind is valuation. The last few years, valuations have been hit hard, especially in the smaller and mid-cap space. And we think that they have come into very reasonable levels. So I think the combination of the policies of this new government and those headwinds turning into tailwinds are going to prove beneficial to our portfolios.
What are the main investment areas that ARK Invest is currently focusing in this moment?
Yes, well, our sole focus in terms of investing is disruptive innovation that is technologically enabled. And that's going to really transform the way the world works. So we're focused on, importantly, artificial intelligence, of course. That is the biggest catalyst in history when it comes to the speed of change and impacting every other innovation out there. The other innovation platforms are robotics, energy storage, blockchain technology, and what we call multi-omic sequencing in the life science space. And we think that artificial intelligence is going to increase productivity significantly across the board. Anyone who harnesses the tools will enjoy productivity increases. So that's one of the biggest applications, and that applies to any company and any personal life too. But the two biggest ramifications of AI besides productivity are autonomous mobility, so robo-taxis. We think that will scale to a $10 trillion opportunity, which is huge from essentially nothing now. And of course, we think Tesla in the US is in the pole position there. Waymo, Alphabet's Waymo, is also participating. The other and maybe more profound ramification of AI is healthcare. We think that the convergence of sequencing technologies with artificial intelligence and CRISPR gene editing and other gene therapies, we're going to see curing diseases. And in fact, we're already seeing cures to two diseases, sickle cell disease and beta thalassemia. those are generating revenues for a company called CRISPR Therapeutics, which started in Europe, actually. So we're pretty excited about those two opportunities in particular. And then the last one, in terms of innovation, is Bitcoin and digital assets broadly. And we think there's a convergence there between artificial intelligence and Bitcoin and other crypto assets as we see agentic AI take off, meaning instructing AI to accomplish a task from beginning to end might mean micropayments along the way, which could be enabled by crypto assets.
If we need to try a name in that beginning of the year, maybe it's DeepSeek. What this mean about technology and this rise of DeepSeek could mean an overvaluation of Magnificent Seven?
We think actually DeepSeek is maybe a little bit ahead of other large language models in terms of driving costs down. According to our research, AI inference costs, and that is mostly what DeepSeek is focused on, AI inference costs are dropping anywhere from 85 to 95% per year. So DeepSeek is capitalizing on a very well-established learning curve, which is expressed through cost declines. Now, the question is, was DeepSeek able to develop this large language model for only $6 million on a high-end workstation? We think there was a lot of pre-training that went on before that. And we do think AI will start moving from the cloud to the edge. They'll work together, cloud and edge. And maybe DeepSeek has pushed AI closer to the edge sooner. But we think that it is also speeding up AI altogether, not slowing it down. So the movement is still very big and very fast moving.
Do you think that investors in this beginning of the year need to change anything in their portfolios? It's so big, the change of the beginning, in the beginning of the year, to change the portfolio?
Well, I do think that those who have overweighted the Mag 6, the Magnificent Six, probably should think about diversifying into other names that are in the innovation space as well, because the history of concentrated markets is that they either end up in a bear market or a broadening out bull market. And we believe this concentrated market, which was more concentrated than any other market in history, we think there's a lot of room for it to broaden out because AI is collapsing the cost of innovation and giving more and more companies access to these powerful tools. So we think there are going to be a lot of entrepreneurs out there, very creative, creating new products and services. And so we would suggest, and our portfolios certainly are a play on the broadening out of the bull market.
Only one question more. Your outlook about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in this moment?
Yes, well, we're very excited about crypto assets generally. We think that there are three revolutions underway. Bitcoin represents the money revolution. Ether and Solana represent the DeFi, or decentralized financial services revolution. And then the third revolution, which is all about digital property rights for the first time ever, immutable, meaning permanent property rights online, that is going to create whole new worlds. So we're known for our Bitcoin forecasts, our base case as we put into Big Ideas, which we just published, is around the 700,000 range in 5 years. Our bull case is $1.5 million for Bitcoin in 5 years, mostly because we do believe it will substitute more and more for gold, and because institutional investors are looking at Bitcoin as the first in a new asset class. And they're starting with Bitcoin, Ether, Solana. And of course, Bitcoin as well is the first digital rules-based monetary system in history. So it's a very big idea.
Thank you very much, Cathie Wood. Good day, good business. Thank you very much for having this time with us.
Thank you very much, Jose. And good day to you too.
Good day.